What pantry staples actually support your fitness goals, and which ones are secretly holding you back? This is a question I get all the time from people who are trying to lose weight, build lean muscle, or simply feel better in their day-to-day lives. The truth is, what you keep in your kitchen matters more than most people realize. You can have the best intentions, the best gym membership, and even the best meal plan. But if your pantry is filled with junk or lacking the right foods, it's like trying to run a race with a flat tire. That's why today I want to share with you what I always buy, what I always keep in my pantry, and what I recommend to anyone who's serious about their health and fitness. Let me start by saying, I'm not into gimmicks. I'm not going to tell you that some obscure superfood from halfway across the world is going to change your life. I'm also not going to suggest anything that's expensive, hard to find, or something you'll only use once. Everything I'm about to share is simple, affordable, and versatile. These are ingredients you can build meals around. They're the foundation of a fit and healthy kitchen, and if you stock them, you'll find it so much easier to stay consistent, eat well, and reach your goals. So what are the top pantry staples I always make sure to have? Let's start with one of the most underrated and powerful ones, oats. Oats are one of those foods that are almost too good to be true. They're a complex carbohydrate, meaning they digest slowly and give you long-lasting energy. Unlike sugary cereals or white bread, oats won't spike your blood sugar and then leave you crashing an hour later. Instead, they help you stay full, focused, and energized. They're loaded with fiber, which helps with digestion, keeps your appetite in check, and even supports heart health. Personally, I eat oats almost every morning, whether it's a warm bowl with cinnamon and banana or overnight oats with almond milk and berries. They're cheap, they last forever in the pantry, and they're incredibly customizable. If you're trying to build muscle, pair them with a scoop of protein powder. If you're trying to lose fat, keep the portions smaller and mix in some chia seeds to keep it filling. It's one of the most versatile pantry staples you can have, and I always make sure I never run out. Next, let's talk about canned beans and lentils. A lot of people overlook these, but they're a game changer when it comes to supporting your fitness goals. Whether it's black beans, chickpeas, kidney beans, or lentils, these little powerhouses are packed with plant-based protein, complex carbs, and tons of fiber. They help stabilize your blood sugar, keep you full, and support lean muscle growth, especially important if you're doing resistance training or any kind of strength workouts. I love using beans in salads, chili, tacos, wraps, or even blending them into dips like hummus. Lentils are fantastic in soups, stews, or even tossed into a grain bowl with some roasted veggies. They're cheap, shelf-stable, and easy to use. No soaking required if you buy canned. And for anyone looking to cut back on meat or just eat more plant-based meals, beans and lentils are a perfect starting point. Another staple that never leaves my pantry is natural nut butter, especially peanut butter and almond butter. These are more than just tasty spreads. They're nutrient-dense sources of healthy fats and a solid amount of protein. The key here is to go for natural versions without added sugar or hydrogenated oils. Check the label. It should just say peanuts or almonds and maybe a bit of salt. Nut butter is amazing for muscle recovery, hormonal balance, and keeping your appetite in check. It's calorie-dense, so you don't need a lot. Just a spoonful on oats, blend it into a smoothie, or spread onto some whole grain toast is enough to give your body what it needs. I also love making energy bites with oats, nut butter, and a touch of honey. Great for pre-workout fuel or a healthy snack that keeps you going. If you find this video helpful and informative, please support the Healthy Pantry channel by leaving your comment below, liking this video, and subscribing for more daily health and nutrition tips. One of the biggest game changers for me personally was adding canned tuna and salmon into my pantry rotation. These are both incredible sources of lean protein and, in the case of salmon, omega-3 fatty acids that help reduce inflammation and support heart and brain health. They're portable, affordable, and ready to eat, perfect for quick meals when you don't feel like cooking. I love mixing tuna with Greek yogurt, mustard, and spices for a healthier spin on tuna salad. or throwing salmon onto a salad with greens and quinoa for a fast, protein-packed lunch. If you train regularly or are working on body recomposition, protein is non-negotiable, and having a convenient, shelf-stable source like canned fish can be a lifesaver when your fridge is empty. Speaking of quinoa, that brings me to the last pantry staple I swear by: whole grains like quinoa and brown rice. These complex carbohydrates provide sustained energy, support glycogen stores in your muscles, and pair perfectly with protein and veggies for a complete, satisfying meal. Quinoa, in particular, is unique because it's a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which is rare for a plant-based food. Brown rice is another great option, especially for those who prefer a more neutral flavor. Both are easy to prepare in bulk and work beautifully in bowls, stir-fries, or even as a base for leftovers. I often meal prep a big batch of grains on Sunday and mix and match them throughout the week with different proteins and sauces. It's one of the simplest ways to make clean eating feel easy and enjoyable. Now, why does all of this matter? Because fitness doesn't start in the gym, it starts in the kitchen. You could be crushing workouts every day, but if your pantry is filled with ultra-processed snacks, sugary sauces, or empty-calorie foods, you're making things harder than they need to be. On the flip side, when your kitchen is stocked with the right staples, foods that actually nourish you, keep you full, and support your goals, it becomes so much easier to stay on track. You'll spend less time wondering what to eat, you'll save money by cooking more at home, and you'll notice real changes in your energy, mood, and performance. So let's recap. Oats for lasting energy, canned beans and lentils for plant-powered protein and fiber, natural nut butters for healthy fats and recovery, canned tuna and salmon for lean protein and brain-boosting omega-3s, and whole grains like quinoa and brown rice for sustained fuel. These 5 pantry staples aren't flashy, but they work. And when you build your meals around them, you're giving your body the best chance to thrive, whether your goal is to lose weight, build muscle, or just feel stronger and more energized every day. If you're serious about your fitness goals, start by looking at what's already in your kitchen. Take inventory. Clear out the junk that's holding you back: the sugary cereals, the processed snacks, the sodium-packed instant noodles, and replace them with real foods that actually support your vision. The next time you're at the store, skip the gimmicks and go for the staples. These foods won't just sit on a shelf. They'll become the foundation of your results. Because progress doesn't come from what you do once. It comes from what you do consistently. And consistency starts at home, in your pantry, one smart choice at a time. Thank you for joining us here at the Healthy Pantry. We hope you found the information valuable and inspiring. Remember, your health is a journey, and we are here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.